Greetings, dear viewers. Peace be upon you. I pray that you are safe and in good health wherever part of this world you may be. This is your host, Kaboyet, and this is my Kaboyet Construction Industry Forum on my YouTube channel, Kapihan kay Kaboyet. Once again, I welcome you to episode 3 video of General Building Construction Project Inspectorate Orientation entitled Common General Construction Project Control Procedure. Here on Chapter 4, I shall discuss using a flowchart the final testing and commissioning control procedure. Disclaimer: since this is my first published series of videos, I want to make clear that I do not claim that this series of videos I publish are in itself perfect. The contents of this general building project inspectorate orientation comes only from my 30 years of professional practice and the trainings I gained in the construction industry. On the other hand, however, I deeply appreciate any suggestion and or advices from those who have a good building project inspectorate experience or background, or from those who are more knowledgeable than I am in the field of general building project inspectorate that could contribute and further enrich the contents of my videos. After all, the main objective here is to fill the shortage of inspectorate requirement in the construction industry. Excuse me. And most of all, help our promising young professional engineers in their successful journey in the construction industry. And likewise, maintain the recognition and respect we, the OFW professional, had obtained from our employers and our foreign national professional counterparts while performing our professional function working abroad. Now, let's start the control procedure orientation. Upon receipt of final testing and commissioning documents, submittal approval from the project architect engineer, the contractor can proceed with the project final testing and commissioning following the control procedure process defined hereunder. Let's start. The contractor submit a formal letter of request for final testing and commissioning, attaching the inspection request form to consultant for further processing. The consultant document controller receive and register contractor inspection request for final testing in the project standard IR log registry and notify the responsible consultant engineer inspectorate and the consultant resident construction manager. Then the consultant shall notify the architect and designer of the date and time the final testing shall be conducted so as to witness the installation startup testing of the project. On the date of the testing, the contractor conduct the startup and testing per agreed final testing and commissioning method statement and submit test report to the consultant and copy furnish the project architect and the designer for review and approval. Take note that this startup and testing should be witnessed by the project consultant, the project architect engineer, and the project designers. And the output document of this process is a test report. In case that the startup testing is not acceptable, the contractor shall correct or rectify and or modify as per the project architect engineer and or the project consultant and or the project designer comments and resubmit inspection requests to repeat the startup and testing procedure. Now, the process would be repeated. On the other hand, if the startup testing is acceptable, the contractor will now proceed to carry out system equipment commissioning per agreed final testing and commissioning method statement and submit to consultant commissioning report. The contractor performs the system equipment commissioning in the presence of the consultant. The presence of the designer is optional, and then submit a commissioning report to the project architect engineer through the consultant, copy furnish the designer and the QS consultant. The output document on this process is a commissioning report. Simultaneously, the consultant, the project architect, engineer, and the designers evaluates the commissioning report. And then the project architect engineer shall issue a formal PMI to contractor through the consultant formalizing the owner's decision on the conducted final commissioning. The output is a formal PMI. The consultant issue to contractor formal site instruction attaching the architect engineer formal PMI. If the commissioning is not satisfactory, the contractor shall carry out the necessary required adjustment to satisfy the project consultant, the architect engineer, and the designer, and repeat the commissioning process again. On the other hand, if the commissioning is satisfactory, the architect through the consultant issue a PMI to contractor to make arrangement for the required owner's maintenance personnel training on operation and maintenance and service performance testing. Now, the service performance testing is optional if only required by the contract. Now, so the contractor shall conduct the owner maintenance personnel training program as per requirements of the contract, and the output would be an owner maintenance personnel training program certificate. And on this note, the process of final testing and commissioning process ends, and the contractor can now proceed to the project handing over. And also, this concludes episode 3, chapter 4 of Common General Construction Project Control Process or Control Procedure. Once again, I do not claim that this series of videos I publish are in itself perfect. The content of this General Building Project Inspectorate orientation comes only from my 30 years of professional practice and the training I gained in the construction industry. However, I welcome any suggestions and or advices from those who have good building project understanding and experience, or from those who are more knowledgeable than I am in the field of General Building Project Inspectorate that could contribute to further enrich the contents of this subject. After all, the main intention of this series of videos and general building project inspectorate orientation is just to provide a basic orientation on general building project inspectorate. To all new engineers who are aspiring to join the booming construction industry for the first time. I am hoping that the content of these videos, episode 1 to 4, if totally viewed by the subscriber, can at least contribute somehow for a new aspiring architect engineer to be recruited or employed by prospective prestigious companies in the contracting and consulting here and abroad. Again, before I sign off, if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, I will appreciate it very much if you click that red subscription button as well as the notification bell so you can be notified of my next and succeeding videos. And if you like me to continue, please click the like button, then share this video to other new engineers, especially your friends, so they too can possibly benefit from this orientation video. Thank you, and God bless us all. And before I forget, if you have any comments and or suggestion, feel free to write them on the comment section below so I can read them and I promise to respond to you on my next video. I hope that this project inspectorate orientation provides you an understanding and general building inspectorate that will boost your confidence, most especially during the actual job interview, to convince your interviewer to hire you for the job. Until then, this is your host, Kaboyet, on Kaboyet Construction Forum of Kapehan kay Kaboyet YouTube channel, saying God bless us all and may God protect us all always. This is your Kaboyet, now signing off.